What's going on, everyone? So I do have confirmation my quarter panel for the lemans is gonna be here Friday. So I got a couple things coming, so that'll be cool. But yeah, while this thing's just been baking in the sun doing its thing, I am prepping the hood or the trunk lid and the doors right now, and just trying to get those ready so I can get some primer on those, hopefully before this quarter panel gets here. So yeah, let's check out what I got going on. So I'd pretty much already stripped the top of this hood, and I kind of had most of the inside of this all stripped out. So I'm going to go around, get all this yellow off, get everything all prepped up and everything, and then flip it over. There's a couple little tiny dings on the top of this thing, but it should be about ready to prime. And then I got to jump over and strip these doors and find out what kind of mysteries are under those wavy things. So let's get into her. Alrighty, so there was just a few little wavies and just little dimples and whatnot on there, so I just did a quick little skim of mud on there. Kind of the same thing across here, just where stuff gets slammed in there and stuff, just a couple little waves. So that's about all I'm going to do there, other than I'm going to go through and get all this yellow out of here because it doesn't stick at all. So I want I'm going to probably go around the outer border body color, and then from this line here in is going to be, I'll probably do a Raptor liner or something, just a nice bed liner on it, and seal all that up and stuff. So but anyway, I'm not going to do too much to the bottom of this, just get it cleaned up and looking a little bit better. So then kind of while mud's drying, I'm going to work on these doors, and when you look directly on them, they don't look bad. If I can get the light just right here, but they are wavy and lumpy. It's not too bad where it's dull here, but where you can see the shine, there's just lumps and bumps all the way across here. And then up here, this is all cracked out. So I don't know what we're gonna get into on these doors, but I'm gonna strip it. Yeah, there's a big dent right there. But yeah, I'm gonna open these things up and see what lurks beneath. As you can see, my floor is covered in yellow paint dust. This stuff strips like a color crayon, and it's not dust, it's like curls. I mean, it's fuzzy, but it's thick. I don't know. But this door, this is all bondo through here. I know the rest of the car's like that, but I'm pretty sure we can work some of this out and not use this much. It's probably definitely going to have a skin of bondo on it, but there's some kind of thick stuff in here, and it just, I don't know. I've always found it's a lot quicker to work a few dents out. Yeah, you got to pull the door panel off. I got to pull the locks and handle and everything off anyway. But to get in and knock a few of those out and get it to where you're not working ½ inch of mud, usually you can just do a little skin coat, and it takes half the time to block and sand it all. But yeah, so that's what's been cracking and what's so lumpy underneath this thing. So I'm going to strip all that off and see what the metal looks like. So I am sanding away at this bondo, and I don't know if this can show the depth. This is roughly about a ½ inch deep here, and this is just a big gradual kind of a wave in here. And if a guy took the panel off and pushed this out a little bit, tapped around this outer edge, it would hold its shape, and you could get rid of all this. I don't know, this is all cracked out, water's gotten in between it, this is all rusted out and everything. But yeah, it's just a lot less pain in the butt and a lot better fix to just kind of do a little bit with this. It's like they just mudded over every wave in this thing and, didn't do any attempt on body work. So I know this whole car has been pretty well skinned in mud, but nothing on it is thick, especially like this. And I mean, it's very avoidable. So a little bit of mud, I mean, it's like, again, the average guy is never gonna, metal work everything out to where you don't need it. I mean, and even the guys that, claim to be metal finished, I mean, yeah, they'll look great and everything, but they usually will use a very heavy build primer on it, which is almost like a spray bondo or something, and it's like, and they still are using something to get those minute waves and little lumps out. So but yeah, definitely something like this could easily be avoided, and we're not going to do this. So yeah, I'm going to keep stripping this thing. All right, I take that back. There was an attempt to fix this. So there are a few holes that have been drilled in here, and I don't see that they really accomplished anything by it. Maybe, I don't know, if it was worse than this, and they still, I don't know, maybe they drilled holes and decided that was a mistake and beat them back down. But as you can see, we can definitely do better than this. So I don't know, I'll see how far over here it continues. This is all bondo. This in here up towards the top of the door isn't bad, but it's just apparently this whole belt line somebody put the boots to at one point. So yeah, let's see what else we got hiding in here. So this is continuing all the way down. It's super thick. These waves actually aren't bad. They're not going to take much to get these out. But what they've done is as they go and they're trying to fix the highs and lows and they just keep pounding the mud on here, all around this door handle, it's pretty thick. This part up here in the door isn't horrible to where it really wouldn't have needed this mud if they would have repaired this right, but instead there's going to be high spots. I keep putting it on, it gets thicker and thicker, and then to blend it out and make it look right, you got to do all this stuff that actually really wouldn't probably need bondo on it. So yeah, that's another thing. It's like, yeah, I know, I don't know, for them to do all this and drill holes in there, I have the assumption that they didn't want to pull the door apart and do the repair the right way. And in the cost of it, I mean, they got a really bad repair, and it added actually way more work than it would have been to actually pull the door panel apart. And yeah, and this is just junk. So I can fix this, and like I say, it's going to still probably have a little skin of mud on it, but it definitely is not going to be what we got into here. So yeah, but just another something. I mean, when you just keep pounding the mud and stuff on, you're just changing the whole thing. You're sculpting at that point. And I mean, yeah, you might as well build a Corvette. So anyway, let's keep stripping this. So there is the pile of paint. And there is the mountain of bondo. I mean, that's my shoe. There's at least a gallon on there of bondo. I wonder if I can put some thinner in that and reuse it. I don't know. But yeah, there's a pile of material on that door. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna probably flip it over, get this door handle and stuff off. There is a good bit of damage in here, and it's getting into the seam along the door, which is really crazy because it wasn't thick on this outside edge and the door gaps are so good, but right on the other side of it there's a pretty good crease, and maybe we do got something going up in here. As you can see, this lock is pretty much floating in bondo right now. So yeah, that's about a 1/4 inch right there. So I want to get all that opened up to see what it is. And I don't know, that's one thing about having to weld all these holes up for as stretch as this is. This might help shrink it back and get some shape and not be all oil canny. So this bottom part down here, it's got a couple little dings here and there. Yeah, and then the very bottom down here doesn't seem too bad. So anyway, I'm gonna flip this thing over, get the door handle off, and get the inner panel and everything off, and just see if we can start working on this a bit. Well, I kind of went ahead and just kind of got most of this sanded off. I still got this upper lip here, but I just wanted to get everything off that I could right now. As you can see, it's definitely got some polka dots, definitely got some issues through here, but again, it's not that bad to where it's like, I think I can work this out and everything, and we'll get the shape. But I think they just kept digging a hole, adding all the bondo. Yeah, actually in the camera it looks away. Those look like craters of the moon. But it's just, they're just waves, and you know, they're filling all this in, so you get a 1/2 inch here, and then you get this, and you know, and it's like if this wave's taller than that one, then you got to bridge these, and it just ends up, you just keep stacking layer and layer and layer of bondo on there. But if you just get out and get all this somewhat uniform and everything, and just do a nice little skin on it, you can save this. But we're gonna beat on it a little bit, do probably a little shrinking, and just see if we can get this thing kind of back together. And I was really getting concerned around this door handle area, because this is about a 1/4 inch up on this side, but the actual door itself along this line, this is what it's supposed to be. They added this much bondo to make up for all the height that they added in here to bury all these waves. So I'll get the door handle off, we'll get this back down to where it's supposed to be, get this flattened out, and yeah, it's definitely salvageable. So the hardest thing to do will probably be out here along this lip. I don't know if I can get a spoon in there or what I'm going to do to get that patched up. But again, I don't want to mess too much with these door gaps because they were really good. So yeah, I think this height is all where it needs to be, but it's from here in is where everything went bad. So I don't know, we'll mess with it. And before I do any paint or anything, we're gonna have these on and off the car probably a couple times, and just make sure that the gaps are good, that everything's where it needs to be. So but yeah, I'm gonna flip this one over and get her gutted. Well, I figured probably before I gut that door, I'm going to go ahead and strip this, and then I'll gut both these together. So when I have all the tools out, I'll have them all out and ready to go. So, and I'm kind of curious as to what is under this. So that one piqued my interest. It was definitely worse. This one's not as lumpy and bumpy as that other one was. So hopefully this one's going to treat us all right. So let's open it up. I just took the mirror off this door, and it was completely full of old wasp nests. So that's apparently where those guys have been hiding. That'd be fun to step into during the day. So yeah, I don't know if I'll even use this mirror or not. I don't know if it's even the right one or not, but I'll throw it in the box with the rest of the stuff. Well, this one is definitely a lot better than the other one. So it's got a couple little dings. These spots are just primer and stuff. There's like a little ding here, naturally all along the edges here. That needs a little bit, little dingy there, and same thing up here. This little crease right here is about the worst of the whole thing. So I'm sure once a guy starts blocking it and really feeling around, it's going to have some issues, but definitely not like this door. So now I can flip these things over and we'll pull them all apart and finish stripping and start beating. Alrighty, well, I did about all I could do on the other side for now, so I have to pretty much gut these. I forgot that these don't even have door panels on them, so that makes it easier, but I want to get the glass. I don't know, I might go ahead and take it out, especially on the one I got a bead on. So this door is actually pretty good. I think if I roll the window up, but it'd just be a better job to pull the glass out of these anyway. So yeah, but I'm going to start by getting these gutted, and I'll probably start with that door because that's the one with the most damage. So I just kind of want to get in there and see what we can do to fix a little bit of that first. So this one here shouldn't take too much, but yeah, let's pull these things apart. There you have it. One gutted out door and one partially gutted out door. So this was a little bit more of a pain in the butt than I thought, and trying not to break bolts and studs off and stuff. And I didn't break anything, but it was definitely a chore and took a lot longer than I thought it was gonna. So, but yeah, the wing window's out, the glass is out, the regulator's out, and everything. And when you look in here, hopefully this will show you. Oh, there's a pull tab. Oh, that's an oldie. But yeah, there's you can see where the bondo from where they drilled the holes in this, it goes all over in there. But yeah, they drilled the holes to try and pull those dents out. But I mean, there seems to be enough room in here. I think a guy can get, you know, even just a heavy block of steel or something just to help push and, you know, get those dents worked out of there. So there's all kinds of goodies in the bottom of that. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to call it good for tonight. I can really start hammering on this tomorrow, and maybe I'll get both these doors whipped out tomorrow. I still got some more yellow to strip off. I got to get all the door seals and everything off. So yeah, we're getting deeper and deeper. That's another thing too, doing this stuff. And you know, at first you don't think about door seals and all that. And the more I mess with these, the more chunks and crumbs fall off. These are all crusty and painted on and everything, and it's like, so that just adds a little bit to the build and a little more time and stuff. But I don't know, in the end, hopefully this old car will be pretty decent. Like I say, I'm probably gonna flip this thing. It's kind of growing on me, but it definitely is not growing as much as the 56 is. So I don't know, we'll keep moving forward. I'm committed and I can't stop now. So as much as I want to, this old bad boy's sitting here with some parts on her and waiting to go, but I got to do this, and I got winter coming up, and I don't want to be spraying paint in 30-degree weather. So I can get my shop pretty warm, but if we get into some of those real cold snaps, then everything's delayed, and I got something sitting in here I can't move around. So Anyway, a little forward progress. This is that tedious stuff that's just, I don't know, kind of a pain in the butt. And the more you tear apart, the more you got to do, the longer it takes. But I mean, this has to be done, and it'll make a better product in the end. And like I say, even in the channels where the window goes up and down, like those gaskets are bad. I mean, all that stuff needed torn apart, and it's just easier to do it when it's down this far. So, anyway, we're getting there. But yeah, I'm hoping, I think tomorrow my quarter panel shows up for the lemans, so we'll be getting back on that. I would like to get these doors and trunk lid possibly in primer before I start that, so these can sit and kind of do their thing while I'm doing a quarter panel. So that's kind of my plan. But yeah, so bouncing around we are, but we're getting stuff done, and yeah, it's all good. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.